Whoa! Wait, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. What the are you doing, new bull? Woo! All right, thanks for being here, you guys, and watching my video at home. You can help on that review. So we're on part 2. So number 7, I can see that one being on the test for sure. So you want to make sure to do factor by grouping is what you want to do there. Do you remember how to do that? So go ahead and pause me. Try it on your own. Pause me. So you're going to go ahead and pull out an x squared. So we're left with x minus 4. Ooh, this also has a minus, so I think we're set up there. That's good. So now if we pull out a what? Pull out a GCF of 5. 5 divided by 5, so we get x minus 4 again. Good. So x minus 4 is our factor, because there's 2 of them. And then whatever's left is your other factor. Remember that? Whatever's left is your factor. So that's an x squared plus 5 is your other factor. Nice. Good. And it says completely factor. Good. Okay, so this one is probably a 3 and an x, right? You gotta pull up the GCF. Whoa, pause me. Remember, you're supposed to pause me. Try it on your own first. So pause me there. So we're left with 2x squared minus 3x minus 15. Nice. There we go. So we get 2x and x. Factors of 15. Ooh. Factors of 15, I guess 3 and 5. So if we have a 3 and a 5 there, and have a negative 3 times 2, that's negative 6x. And a 5x, nope, that doesn't work. Let me see what's going on here. Definitely could pull out a 3. Tricky. We need a difference of 5, huh? Let's see here. So maybe if we do the 3, the 5 here. Whoa, that could work because 5 times 2. What the? Don't be evil, smartboard, don't be evil. Stop it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so 2 times 5 is 10x. With the 3x, no, that's going to give us 7x. Man, is this one even factorable? I don't even think this one's factorable. Nope, it's factorable, Nooble. You just made a mistake. Oh, what's 15 divided by 3? 15 divided by 3 is 5. What the? There we go. Okay, so then it's okay to make mistakes as long as you check your work and fix them. So we got a 5 there, so 5 and 1. So we got factors of 5, so 5 and 1. And there we go. So now we have a negative 5x with a positive 2x gives us negative 3x. Nice. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so then what are factors of 24? Pause me. You should know this. 8 times 3 or 6 times 4. So positive 8, negative 3. Way-oh. GCF, pull out a 2. So if we pull out a 2, we're left with x squared minus 25. Do you recognize x squared minus 25? It's a difference of squares. Difference of squares. So we get x minus 5 and x plus 5. Good. Make sure to pause me. Try it on your own first, then learn. Ooh, number 11. So we're thinking of 3x and x. Factors of 7 are 7 and 1. So 7 times 3 is 21. And if we make that positive and then minus 1x, that'll give us 20x. Yeah. So know how to factor for the test. Know how to factor. Also, this one, I don't know if we put that on the test this year, but maybe it's next year. Maybe we did. So we'll show it to you. So you want to go ahead and factor tree it. No, seashell. So we get x squared plus 3x minus 9. So that's x squared minus 9. So we're just seashelling, and then we bring down the 4x plus 1. Excellent. X squared times 4 is 4x to the third power. X squared times 1 is 1x squared. Negative 9 times 4, that's negative 36x. Negative 9 times 1 is negative 9. Good. So then what you have to do is you have to plug it into your calculator, right? So plug it into your calculator. Awesome. And so when you plug that into your calculator now, you get 4x to the third power plus x squared minus 36x minus 9. There we go. Whoa, we're going to have to really mess with the window there. That's really out of our scope. So I'm thinking maybe negative 20 and positive 20? Maybe. That's way up there. Wow, that's super high. Who chose this problem? What is going on? Who chose this problem? This is crazy. So maybe 40. This is ridiculous. Okay, so there we go. Thanks, guys. So there it is. So there's our maximum. So our maximum was way up there, right? So at about 1.81 and 35.7. So negative 1.81 and 35.7. So negative 1.81, 818-ish, and 35.7, 35.7. So that's our maximum, And then to find the minimum, we got to go even further down. That's ridiculous. So negative 50. So we're going to trace way down there. That was the window where we fixed our window there to do a y minimum of 50. And then let's see here. There we go. So right about there, 1.66. If you go second calc, remember, you do the minimum feature. And you go left bound, enter, right bound, enter, and then right about there, enter. So we get 1.651. That's for the x value. Remember, round in 3 decimal places. And then negative 4.709. Negative 47.709. Nice. So that's how we do that problem. That's how we do that problem. You're right there. Let me see here. Cool. Graphing a rough sketch. Let's see where we're at there. 7 minutes. Let's pause. All right, here we go. So then the degree is the highest power, remember that? And in behavior, it's x to the fourth power positive. So that's positive x to the even power, which is up, up. Good, up, up. And then this one you actually have to, so negative x squared. So this is in factored form. Remember factored form? You have to add the powers. So times x to the third power times x squared. There we go. So we have 2, 3, and 2. Oh, don't forget the 2 there. And then that's going to be 3 and 2 is 5, 7. So our end behavior is negative x to the 7, which is actually negative x to the odd, which is actually up and then down. Remember negative and odd? Yep, we got up and then down. As our answer, the degree is the highest power, which of course is 7. And the x-intercepts, they give us the x-intercepts there. So we have an x equals 1. We have an x equals 4. Remember, you got to change the signs. Change the signs. So you'll see one of these on the test and a negative 3. And so it's even at 2 and at 3 and 1. So 1 is going to be even power. And so even, if you remember, even power means to bounce. Means to bounce. Means to bounce. We're not talking about the negative 3. No, no, no. We're talking about the power, which is 2. That's even bounce. And then odd is going to be cross through. Nice. So then we have x-intercepts at 1, 4, and negative 3. Good. Awesome. State is ordered pairs. What the? So I guess that's 1, 0, and 4, 0, and negative 3, 0, ordered pairs. Cool. So then our end behavior is up and then down. Good. Pause me. Try it on your own. So at negative 3, we're going to bounce. And then at 1, we're also going to bounce. And at 4, we're going to cross through. Whee-oh. And this one is even, so up, up. Right, up, up. And this one, whoa, that's evil. We have to pull out a GCF, which we're going to do in 1 second. All right, so then we have to pull out a GCF, looks like, of x squared. So when we pull out that GCF, what are we left with? X squared plus 2x minus 15. And then we can factor that into x and 3 and 5. So sine middle term goes with the bigger number. Good. Don't forget the x squared. So the x squared you also set equal to 0. So you have an x equals 0, or for example, it's going to be 0, 0 for your ordered pair. And that is a bounce. And the reason why that is a bounce is because it's x squared, and squared is an even power, which means bounce. And you just set that single factor x equal to 0, x equals 0. So then we set x minus 3 equal to 0, and you get a plus 3. And then set that equal to 0, minus 5 to the other side, and you get a negative 5. And those two are cross through, cross through. So then, up, up. And so we have a 0, negative 5, and 3. So it says here that we're going to cross through. And then a 0, we're going to bounce. And a 3, we're going to cross through. Way-oh, you got this. So pause me, try this next one on your own. Pause me. So this one we are already in factored form. So we have negative 1. No. We have negative 3, negative 1, and positive 1. But remember that the 2 means to bounce. So we're going to bounce at positive 1. And then at negative 3 and negative 1, we're going to cross through. Cool. Don't forget you need the end behavior. So end behavior, we have a negative. We have x squared from this guy. And then to the first power to the first power. So times x. So that's going to be negative x to the fourth power, which is down, down. So there's down, down. There's our y-axis and x-axis. Okay, so negative 3 we're going to cross through. And negative 1 we're going to cross through. And then at 1 we're going to bounce. Good. What the? Ooh, they want to know where it's greater than 0. Do you remember what greater than 0 means? So it means all positive y values, which means above the x-axis. Above the x-axis. And then your answer is actually the, do you remember this part? The answers are actually your x-intercepts, just the x values. So the answer is going to be your x values. Specifically, your x-intercepts. X-intercepts, cool. So let's see here, above the x-axis, so that's going to be here. That's above the x-axis. And it's greater than, there's no equal to, so just parentheses. So we're just going to go from negative 3 to negative 1. And we can't include the 1 there. So, yep, so we can't include the 1. And so because we can't include the 1, we're done. We're done. If it had been greater than or equal to 0, then you would do negative 3 to negative 1 in union with 1. But that's if it's the equal to, which it's not. Okay, beautiful. So then pull out a x squared is what we're doing there. So then we're left with x squared times x minus 7, good, less than or equal to 0. So then we have 0 and 7. And we're going to bounce at 0, we're going to bounce, and at 7 we're going to cross through. The end behavior is third power, so we're going down to up because it's positive x to the third power, or odd power, which is down and up. And at 0 we're going to bounce because it's an even power. So we're going to go ahead and bounce, and then 7 because of the 1, we're going to cross through. Cross through because of the power 1, invisible by the x minus 7. And so this one's less than or equal to 0. And so less than or equal to 0 means we do include the 0 as well as the 7. Whee-oh. Remember, it's not the y values, it's the x values. So we're going negative infinity as we go down. We're going this direction as we go down. So negative infinity all the way, including the 0. So all the way till we get to 7. So that's just going to be negative infinity to 7 with a bracket. You could do negative infinity to 0 and 0 to 7 with brackets. I'd accept that still. It's still true. Nice. All right, write the 0 corresponds to each factor. So these ones are easy. Remember, you're just adding 8 to the other side and just finding the zeros. Find the zeros. Minus 7 to the other side. Divide by 3. So we get negative 7/3. This is going backwards. Going backwards. Put it back with your x. Whoa, they were nice to you. Ugh, I don't know. So add 5 there. So we get x plus 5 equals 0. And so now we have our factor. Nice. Ooh, tricky. Have to times by a 3 over to that side. And then you can go ahead and add, oops. Then you can go ahead and minus the 4. So then we get 3x minus 4 as our factor. Woo! So next video, we'll review with you long division, because you have to do a long division on the test, as well as synthetic division. But you have to at least do long division, show that on the test so you know how to do that, right? Awesome. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Thanks for watching.